Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to get our hands a little dirty and dig deep into the very soil that feeds our nation. From the buzzing markets in Lagos to the quiet farms way up north, we're exploring the absolute engine room of Nigeria, our agriculture.
So let me ask you something. Think about that last amazing plate of jollof rice you ate. You know the one. The rice, the tomatoes, the peppers. Have you ever just stopped for a second to think about the journey it all took to get to you? Sounds simple, right? But believe me, there is a massive story behind it.
Yup, you guessed it. The story of that jollof, and pretty much everything else we eat, all starts with one powerful word: agriculture. It's like this invisible engine, just chugging along, powering our daily lives.
Okay, so we're throwing this word agriculture around, but what does it actually mean? Let's get right into it and break it down.
You know, it's way more than just planting some yam or maize. Agriculture is a massive field. It's part science. You got to know about soil, about weather patterns, and it's part practice, which is the actual hard work of producing everything our society depends on.
And you can see just how broad it is when you break it down into its four main parts. First, there's crop farming. That's the cassava and rice fields we all know so well. Then you've got animal rearing, which gives us meat and milk from goats and cows. We also have fishing, harvesting delicious tilapia and catfish from our rivers. And finally, there's forestry, which is all about the careful management of our amazing forests for resources like wood.
Okay, so now we know what it is, but that just leads to the biggest question of all, doesn't it? Why does all of this matter so much? Why is farming so fundamental to our lives here in Nigeria?
Well, let's dive right into the answer, because it impacts every single one of us in at least four huge ways. First up, and this is the big one of course, agriculture puts food on our tables. It is that simple, and it is that profound. Every single thing, from the gari we soak for a quick meal to all those vibrant vegetables that make our egusi soup so rich, it all comes from the hard work of agriculture. And it goes way beyond just what's on our plates. Think about this. Agriculture is a massive source of employment. It provides jobs and a steady income for millions and millions of Nigerians. And this isn't just about the farmer in the field, right? Think about the traders, the drivers, the person selling fruits at your local market. They are all a vital part of this chain.
And get this, agriculture is also the fuel for so many of our other industries. The cotton for the clothes you might be wearing right now, the cocoa that becomes chocolate, the groundnuts pressed into cooking oil. Yep, it all begins on a farm.
And on a national level, agriculture is an absolute powerhouse. When Nigeria sells products like cocoa, palm oil, or rubber to other countries, we earn money called foreign exchange. And that money is what's used to build schools, hospitals, and roads, helping our entire country develop and grow. So we know what agriculture is and why it's so vital. Now let's explore the different ways it's practiced all across Nigeria, because it is definitely not a one-size-fits-all activity.
These different parts take so many forms. Livestock rearing, for example, can mean the great Fulani herds moving across the land, or it can mean these massive modern poultry farms. Crop farming also includes something called horticulture. That's the specialized growing of fruits, vegetables, and even beautiful flowers for sale.
And this comparison really shows the diversity. On one hand, you have the annual cycle of crop farming, planting and harvesting for our food. On the other hand, you have forestry, which is about managing a resource over decades. They are both agriculture, but they operate on completely different timelines. It's fascinating.
After looking at all these facts and figures, let's bring it all back home. Let's talk about the real lesson here, the one that sits right there on your plate every single day.
This is the heart of it all. It's about appreciation. We have to show genuine gratitude for the people, the farmers, the traders, the workers, who put in so much effort to make sure our society can eat and be clothed. Without them, our markets would be empty. And that appreciation has to extend to our environment too. It means we have to value our natural resources, the land, the water, our forests, and use them wisely. This is our responsibility, to keep the land healthy for the generations of Nigerians to come. So I'll leave you with this final thought. The next time you sit down for a meal, just take a moment and look at your plate. Think about the long, incredible journey that food took to get to you. And then just ask yourself, who will you thank?